Hello, today I'd like to demonstrate to you how I antique finish a leather item. This is a custom made dog collar that I'm making. I hand tooled and carved it, and it's a lined collar that I put sheep leather on the back and then machine stitched around the edge. This has two layers of wild sheen on it. It's a clear sealer, kind of a resist finish. So the antique, when I work it in, it goes down into the cut marks, but it doesn't darken the whole item there. Another product that I use is tan coat. Either one of these will work as a sealer, and this doesn't have quite as strong of odor as the wild sheen does. If that bothers you, the Phoebing's tan coat is a good alternative. The antique finish that I'll be using is EcoFlow Cheaney Leather Factory. This is a medium brown. It's a gel antique, and it comes in all different colors and shades. This is mahogany, and then I've got black, saddle tan, and tan. It just depends on the color you would like to achieve. So now I'd like to take you through the steps of rubbing in the gel antique, and I've got several pieces of sheepskin here that are cut and trimmed in little squares, and then that's what I use to work the antique finish into the tooled item. This could very easily be a tooled belt, a purse, or a wallet, or just about anything you can tool, and you can antique it. This is a veg tan leather, and I think the antiques work the best on that. Okay, here's a look at the custom made hand tool dog collar that I'm making. And here's the gel antique that I'll be using. This is a medium brown. It's made by the Leather Factory, Tandy. And I've shaken this up a little bit. I've got my squares of sheepskin here. I'll kind of pull any excess wool off there. So now I'm ready to start the antique process to rub this in. And I can just straighten that out like that. And pour the gel onto the sheepskin. Just about that much. It'd be good to wear rubber gloves. I don't have any at this time, so I'll just go on without it. So just rub the antique finish on there like that. And try not to let a glob or a bunch of it set in one area, or it will darken that area more than the rest of it. On the back, I'm just going to swipe that real lightly, just to kind of make everything match. You can do a circular motion, or you'll learn to kind of work out your streaks there. Make sure you get the edges covered. Then I'll let that set just like that for just a little bit. Make sure it's rubbed down into the cut marks. You'll be able to see maybe a light spot that it needs a little more rubbing into. The unique thing about the antique finish is it gets down in your cut marks and makes those stand out. Kind of highlights your work. This is an easy product to use. There are other products. The Phoebing's company makes the antique finish, and it works well. It's slightly different way you have to use it, just a little bit different. It's more like a paste, I believe. So now I'll take a fresh piece of sheepskin after that's set just a minute like that, and I'll wipe that off like that. Just kind of rub it. See, it's kind of that's really a pretty finish right there. Now after this sets a little bit, you can put it in front of the fan and let that dry, and then you can come back with another fresh piece of sheepskin and kind of buff that. And what I like to do after that is come back with the tan coat by Phoebings and put a coat of that clear sealer on there to kind of give it a protective finish. And when you do that, you'll notice that it washes a little bit of your antique off of the top. It'll stay down in the cut marks, but it will possibly lighten up your antique just a little bit. So if you could, well, that gave me another idea. There's a spray finish that you could, after you buff it, you could spray with the aerosol can, spray it on there, and that would not wipe off or what I would call wash off any of your antique finish. I'm just trying to give you several different options and ideas on how to antique your items. Antique finish works good on like custom made things like this dog collar, hand tool belts, purses, and wallets, and you know, like day planners or photo albums or Bible covers. There's just a lot of things you can antique finish and make look unique. So I'm going to let that set just a little bit, and then I'm going to buff that, and then I'll put a coat of this Phoebings on there. Okay, I've allowed the dog collar to dry a while in front of the fan, and that's kind of set up a little bit. So now I'm taking the Phoebings tan coat and working in a coat. Just kind of do it quickly and not stay in one place. I can see that's washing off some, and it actually makes it look just a little better than it did. Once you get that coat worked in there and kind of rub it, you know, where everything is kind of even and looks good, kind of matches is what I'm trying to say. And then see, I can raise that up on the edge, raise that up on the edge, and then even turn that over like that. As you notice, I'm also I've got a piece of cardboard that I'm doing my antiquing on. You wouldn't want to do it on your bench top, because you can throw this cardboard away when you're finished. So I've got a light coat on the back, a light coat on the front there. And see, I can let this set in front of the fan for a little while and dry, and then I can apply another coat, and that'll give that a protective finish. I'll give you a close-up view of this. One more thing, if you would, if you're doing a single ply item or whatever, and you want to machine stitch around that and leave the stitches bright white, you can antique your item and then come back and machine stitch it last, and the stitches will be somewhat brighter. That has a unique antique finish right there. I like that.